It's the tiniest smartphone in the land, but don't let the looks fool you, because it could be a powerful WebOS device. What's going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and HP's back in the game with the HP Veer 4G. Hey, just because it's small doesn't mean it can't pack a punch, especially given the fact that it's the first WebOS device to come out after the Palm Pre 2. Here it is, the HP Veer 4G, available from AT&T, no longer being called Palm devices. They're HP devices since, of course, HP bought Palm. Now, specs-wise, you're looking at an 800 megahertz processor here. You're looking at a small 2.6-inch display, so it's a tiny phone. I mean, it's, you know, if you watch Zoolander, it's kind of like the Zoolander phone where it's like, meh, you know, and you hold it up like that. I mean, it's a very small phone in comparison to any other smartphone on the market, from the iPhone to the Galaxy S2 to the Infuse, especially to the Infuse, and more. So it's available from AT&T now, and like I said, 2.6-inch display, 5 megapixel camera. Surprisingly, despite how small it is, it has a full QWERTY keyboard. Special thanks to our friends at AT&T. They've hooked us up with a review unit, and of course our guys at Best Buy give us phones all the time so we can give them to you in the One Paw Bandit game. So when you go to get this at Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working. They'll help you set everything up, get your WebOS profile on there, and ready to go. Let's unbox the Veer now. You can see it comes with this little box housing, if you will, and the typical AT&T stuff on the side. 4G, which they define HSPA plus 14.4 megabits per second as 4G. Anything above that is considered by AT&T to be 4G. Wi-Fi, GPS, 5 megapixel camera, and then on the back you can see HSPA plus with enhanced backhaul, integrated Wi-Fi, a GPS, 5 megapixel camera, and it contains a smartphone, charger, sync cable, headset adapter, and quick start. Now, I'll go ahead and criticize the part that frustrates me the most is the fact that it's not a standard micro USB charger. It is a little funky proprietary HP Veer 4G charger. So here we go. Welcome to AT&T. Thanks for purchasing. You're welcome. You have your quick start guide here. That'll walk you through some of the settings on the phone to get started if you're new to WebOS. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. WebOS is one of my favorite platforms. It's incredibly easy to use. It's very functional. Unfortunately, the hardware is really where HP is struggling. I mean, you have all these hardware options with all these other operating systems. Then you have a premium smartphone like the iPhone. Then you have little things like this little slide form factor. They can't seem to get away from this original Palm Pre-style form factor. But anyway, here it is. And just to show you in comparison, minus that voice crack, here it is. You can see the comparison between the size comparison between the two devices. I mean, it's a small device. You can see easily fits in the palm of my hand, like that, just like a pebble. And then on the back you have your 5 megapixel camera without a flash. There's your proprietary charging port, power button, mute switch, lanyard hole, volume rocker over there, and then you have your physical QWERTY keyboard, tiny physical QWERTY keyboard, but QWERTY keyboard nonetheless. Gesture pad still there in the center, and it's running WebOS version 2, so with the HP logo now on it and AT&T. So it's a stylish little device, but I mean it's small, especially, I mean, let's pull a smaller device out, like the Sound. You can see even between that, still very, very small in comparison to some of what, you know, a lot of people consider the small smartphones on the market. I mean, you know, pull out, let me get my iPhone here, hang on one second. Show you this so you can see the comparison between the two. I mean, look how the size difference between those two, incredibly different. So, very small, as if I haven't harped on that enough, very small, and not very thick at all. But anyway, that proprietary charging port is there. Let's see what we get in the box. We get some more instruction goodies. HP's here to help. Stay connected with Wi-Fi, get a free app. One free app per user. Hey, you know what? I'll take that. It's good to have a free app. And then we'll put that back in the box. It'll be interesting to see how it sells, because I mean, it really is a niche product to me. You know, when Rubenstein got on the stage in February to talk about it, first thing I thought was this is a really niche product. People are either going to love it or they're going to hate it. Now you have a, looks like a, oh, I'm sorry, okay, yeah, this is your, plugs into your charger, gives you a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Let's see if we can get this out so I can show you how it works. Sorry about that. Let's go in here, open it up. I don't know why they insist on putting these things on here so tight. And get this plastic off. And then that's what the charger looks like on the other side. So I won't take the time to pull out the charger. But you can see it goes on like that and gives you a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So it's nice that comes in the box. It's a little magnetic piece. I put it on, gives me the ability to listen to music. So I'd be concerned that I would lose it, but hey, that's okay. I'm sure you can buy more from the Palm site. Then you get this AC adapter module with the fold-out blades for the wall. And then actually, let's see if we go ahead and, I guess we can't pull that out. Looks like there's some instruction manuals under it as well. USB cable. And then let's see here. Some more goodies. Man, they really packed the stuff in this box. I can't get that out. General user guide, important safety and legal information. And not that you probably really care about that. So we're going to focus on the device. WebOS 2.0, 2.6-inch display, and really not a lot's changed. You see applications here, HP catalog instead of Palm app catalog, email, calendar, messaging, all the typical stuff that you remember. Down here, some apps that I had downloaded from my old Palm profile that came back when I reinstalled the Palm profile on here. Engadget, AP Mobile, Forbes, all that stuff. Facebook apparently is not working. Then down here, you can see I clicked on the notifications, and Facebook install apparently failed. So it's going to bring up this card, and it still has the card system, which is considered to be kind of the starter, if you will, for the BlackBerry Playbook, the new QNX-based platform on the Playbook. So I'm going to jump out of that. And it does have an 800 megahertz processor. It seems pretty fast in most tasks, but by the same token, I do see some lag from time to time when I'm doing certain things. But you have that, and then you can scroll over from applications to extras, YouTube, mobile hotspot capabilities on this device, Google Maps, etc. And then you can come over here, and you have all of your system setting stuff, text assist, device info, etc. So 5 megapixel camera on this device. Like I said, no flash, but for daylight shots, it should be relatively decent. But other than that, kind of the stock Palm 2.0 that you remember. Of course, you can go over here and check your signal strength, your battery life. It's at 43%. You can turn on Wi-Fi and things like that. But I do find, with big hands, it's a little bit of a small display to work with, and I think that's going to be the turnoff to a lot of people. Unless you just really want a tiny phone, this may not be the device for you. You may want to wait for the Palm Pre 3, which will have great functionality with the HP touchpad as well. We have our physical QWERTY here. Let's go into messaging and bring up conversation, and we'll say, and this was just something I was typing the other day. So let's say, hey there. No, let's not say hey there. Let's say the quick brown fox is really. So the keyboard's surprisingly easy to type on. The keys are very small. It's noticeable. I'm having to try and avoid hitting 2 keys, but they're very tactile. They're very clicky, if you will. So it's pretty easy to type on. I mean, there's enough tactile feedback to where you can kind of keep it between 1 key. So the quick brown fox is really happy. And then when I want to get out of that, I can click on that. I can open up another tab if I want to. Let's say calendar. And then scroll back and forth between those, or I can press and hold and move it out of the way. So I actually don't have to press and hold. I can just slide it up out of the way. Much more coverage to come on the HP Veer 4G on PhoneDog.com. Reviews, dogfights, and more with HP's newest WebOS 2.0 powered smartphone. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/PhoneDog. And of course, be sure to follow me on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron and on Facebook at facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it on the site for continuing coverage. And as always, we'll see you next time.